This is Clint Vebrock, the Telluride Inside and Out. Today I'm speaking with Richard Thorpe, one of the instructors conducting Make Friends with Moguls camp, an event at the Telluride Ski and Snowboard School. The remaining 2018 camps are set for February 10 and 11 and February 27 and 28. Richard, why should a retiree from Chicago or an empty nest mom from Phoenix in her 50s give up 2 days to take a Moguls camp?
Well, maybe they shouldn't. That would be my first answer. One of my mottos is you're either green and growing or ripe and rotting. So, but there are several good reasons. Here in Telluride, almost half of our mountain is covered in Moguls. And when you get comfortable in them, it just opens up more of the terrain and more of the mountain for you. Some really spectacular areas. In Mogul skiing, there's a feeling one gets that's kind of like being a porpoise. And when you get that rhythm and that porpoisey feeling going, it just adds a whole nother dimension to skiing. The thing that separates skiing from any other sport is the type and quality of sensory feedback that we get when we're skiing, which literally translated means grin factor. The better smile you get. Now, there's a couple other things. The better you get in Moguls, the better you'll be on powder. That's one of them. Or let's say someone accidentally talked you into going in a Mogul field and you have no clue what to do. After our camp, you would feel comfortable on that Mogul field because you would know what to do. It's also going to improve basic skills because, in the Moguls, time and space are compressed. So maybe habits that you can get away with on the groom stuff, because of that abbreviated space and time that you have in the Moguls, you can't get away with. So in our Moguls camp, we're going to help you become a much more precise skier. We're going to hone the skills that you already have. So that's just a few of the reasons. I'm sure I could think of more.
That's great, Richard. So the next question I have then is, why this team?
Well, Larry and I are both chronologically gifted. We've been fortunate enough to ski.
So am I.
Yeah, we've been fortunate enough to ski for a long, long time. And we both love skiing in the Moguls. But neither of us have the muscle mass or the flexibility that we may have had in our 20s. And I do say may have had. But so what we've done is we've come up with a program and a style of skiing the Moguls that still allows us to have all the fun of skiing Moguls, but without all the heavy impact. Kind of like low impact aerobics, it's low impact Mogul skiing. And this is something that I know Larry has been teaching to his clients for years and years. I used to teach a program, I'm part of the training staff here. I used to teach a program for our more mature instructors called Geezer Bumps. And what Larry has been doing and what I have been doing have really dovetailed together really well. So that's why Larry and I are the co-coordinators of the Make Friends with Moguls camp.
That's great. Let's go ski.
Good idea.
Ready?
All right, here we go. Howdy.
Hey.
So the first thing we focus on is getting people centered. Because if they're out of balance to the rear, almost never out of balance to the front, but they're usually out of balance to the rear, so the first thing we have to work on is getting them centered. What I find is that most people don't have enough ankle flex and they have too much knee flex. So what we do is we start working on that ankle flex. And it's the martial art of skiing. It's called tongue fu. And that's when you keep your shin right up against the tongues of your boots when you're skiing. So first run, that's all we do is we just focus on having the people keeping their shins right up against their tongues. Because when they do, skiing becomes easy, and when they don't, it's linked recoveries.
All right. Sounds good. I'll follow you.
Awesome. So again, Clint, tongue fu, focus on those shins right up against those tongues. As we start the turn, we want to use the whole length of our ski for speed and direction control. If I start the turn and I lean against the back of my boots, then I've only got this much of my ski for speed and direction control, as opposed to the whole length of it. So if this were my ski and this is me, as that ski goes down the hill, I want to maintain a perpendicular alignment of my body to the ski. That allows me to use the whole ski for my speed and direction control, as opposed to one of these where the ski goes and I stay back and then I become linked recoveries.
The drills and demonstrations in the hour or so I spent with Richard dramatically improved my bump skiing. Thinking about attending one of these camps? Go for it.